Alright, so now that that crazy aside is out of the way, let's go ahead and see if we can automate this mana, or this ore collection. So we've got some things here that we were talking about before we went to the water temple. The hovering hourglass, the iron chest, the hopper, pulse mana spreader, the factory block placer, some chests, and now we need to make a lens to work with the pulse mana spreader. And we want the weight lens. L-E-N-S, not with an E. And the weight lens is, I think it's this guy here. Yeah. So we need a mana lens, a rune of water, some prismarine crystals. The mana lens is mana steel surrounding a glass. So if we come in here and we get some mana steel, and we get glass. Please forgive me for this base, guys. It's triggering me hardcore. You have no idea. We're gonna get it worked out here. I just wanted to get materials collected first. Alright, so there's a mana lens. And then if we surround that with prismarine, and then a rune of water. So we need a rune of water first off. Where the hell are all my runes? I hope I have a rune of water. I think I left all my runes out here. Yeah, see, everything's just chaos right now. Everything is chaos. Rune of water. Let's get some prismarine crystals. Prismarine crystals. We'll go here and we're gonna make our mana lens, or our weight lens, I should say. Alright. So now we can try to get my food back. We can try to automate this. Still working this out together, so I'm not 100% sure how exactly it's going to come together, but we're going to find out. So the idea is... Oh, we needed one more thing. We needed a slab. Also need a slab. Just give me a... Okay, I've got some slabs here. Here, this will be... Do the stone brick slab. Okay, so the way this is going to work is let's take this out here. We're gonna do this one here, okay? So that's where I think that's where our stone's gonna go, right there. Let's get rid of this, and let's put a slab right here, okay? But we want it not that way. Dang it. We want it there. And you want it on the bottom, okay? So like it's taking up the bottom space and not the top space. And what that is if you drop something here, let's say you dropped sand in this slot, it would break. Because sand can't take up a block space that already has half of that block space there. So if we had sand here and we dropped it, it would break. Same goes with any block. Because it can't take up that block space because that slab is on the bottom, it's going to break the block. And then what we're going to want to do is we're probably going to want to have our iron chest here, for example. Not for example, just here. And then we're going to have the hopper into it, like that. And then anything that falls on that slab should go into that iron chest, right? So if we dropped an egg, it should pick it up because the hopper can pick up from the block above it. So we should have, yep, there's the egg. Okay. So there's your pickup. And then we want a factory block placer. And we want it to go here, I guess, except faced out this way. So let's do this. Let's take that there. Let's pick this guy up. Let's aim him in that way. And now he's faced the right way. Now we should be able to put him there. And yeah, he'll fill that spot. So we'll put regular stone there. Okay. He'll fill that spot. And then we want a pulse mana spreader. Oop, I fell in the hole. Red spicks fell in the hole. The pulse mana spreader is going to give us... Like I said, you're gonna get the same thing with the mana pulse, but it's gonna do it on a pulse. Let me get rid of the nighttime here in a second. Come back here. go. Let's get rid of night real fast. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Okay. And the pulse mana spreader is going to be aimed in at that block as well. So we need to actually aim it, and I fall in the hole again. I'm just going to leave this open for the moment. So he needs to actually be aimed inwards. So I think what we can do is we can put a weight on, or the lens on this first. Is that where that goes? I guess that's where that goes. And we could put, I think I dropped that block into this. Did it go get picked up? It did. And then we could say this right here, for example. And then we could take our mana wand and we could say, you aimed at you. Let's see if I remember how this works. You aimed at you. Okay. So he should be aimed inwards now. That lens, that weight lens that we had. We make sure it looks like it is. And if we take a redstone torch, for example, and give this a signal. Or is it mana that has to go in here? It might be mana that has to go in here. How's this going to work? How do I get mana to you? You to you. I need to get mana from this to this, I think. Is how that works. And then he pulses it. What if we change your direction? You pulse to you. Okay. So that fills him up with mana. He'll get full up. And then he needs a redstone. Once he's got mana, then he takes the redstone pulse. And when he pulses it, when he gets a pulse, he shoots through that weight lens. And you see what he did was he caused that block to fall with that weight lens. And so if we were to do that again, you'll see block here. Give him a redstone pulse. He shoots out from that weight lens. That weight lens causes that block to fall. The block breaks on the slab, goes into the thing. So that's what we're doing, is ultimately we're doing... let me grab some regular clean stone real quick from over here. Come to me. I'm just going to get a bunch of this. Clean stone, and we're going to fill that factory block placer up real quick. If we fill this guy with clean stone, what'll happen is the flour turns the clean stone into some kind of ore, and then we get a redstone pulse to this, and it should cause that to fall. That's where the hovering lens comes in play. And we need sand for that, because basically what we have to do is we have to set it up so that it gets a pulse every so many seconds. And I think it's going to be 4 seconds, maybe 3. We'll see. We'll work it out. Give me regular sand, please. Come back over here. And then we take sand, or they take the hourglass, put the hourglass here, and we're going to give it a 1, 2, wait, we need to do this, we'll give it a 3 second first to see, and so he should pulse on the 3 seconds, which causes that to fall. Next one gets placed in, too soon, so you got to give time for the mana flower to do its thing, right? So let's go with a 5 second. Let's see if 5 seconds is enough. Drops it. Next one has to come in. He turns it. Next one has to come in. He turns it. Next one has to come in. See, this one's gonna not miss it. I think it's gonna miss here in a second because of the timing. It might be doing okay, actually. think we might be okay. So yeah, he turns it into ore, he pulses, he drops it into the box. He turns it into ore, he pulses, drops it into the box. He comes in, turns it. I could see one of these missing though. You know what I mean? Like, I could totally see it, the timing being wrong here at some point, where it's just dropping them too soon. Maybe. What's the max on these? These are hovering hourglass. Hovering hourglass is... I don't know what the max timing on that is. Let's take that out. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. He drops it. Next one comes in. Yeah, see, that timing on that was wrong. Because what happens is, I think 5 was a better, wasn't it? I think 5 was a better. Let's see what happens here. That happened pretty quick there. He's charging up. The timing's just right. He's basically getting charged up the second it shows up. He's turning it. So that's just right, actually. Timing on that's perfect. So if you get your timing right, then that's the way you basically... The flower has to charge up from the pool at just the right time, so when that block appears, he can drop it in there. Now, you'll notice this is starting to lose mana. So this is where I think our mana production is not fast enough. So we can aim him back here, but he's going to run out of mana this way, I think. So this guy might be worth putting one flower over here to gain mana from. Maybe. We'll see if this guy runs out of mana eventually. He might not even need the mana, honestly. I don't know. But you can see, to turn one ore into... Or turn one block into one ore, it's using up mana like crazy. So, the question is how do we make this faster? How's this pool looking here? This pool's looking okay. I think if we spread the mana quicker, this would keep up. So that's where we want to talk about the next thing, which is the better mana spreader. The better mana spreader are going to be these elven mana spreaders. Guy is going to be the best, but we can go with the elven next, which means we need elementium, we need petals, and we need dreamwood. Dreamwood is easy. I think that's we throw stuff into the gate. Elementium, I don't know if we have any. That's throwing mana steel in. Okay, so we might actually be able to do that. So let's go look real quick. Go see what we can do with that. If we can spread the mana from those pools to this pool quicker, we might be okay. Do I have any elementium? I do not, but we're gonna throw in 4 of these because I think it's 4. You throw in 2, and you get 1 elementium out, and then we need 1 per each of these. And I think I've got some dreamwood. I feel like we've already thrown some stuff to make some dreamwood in. Maybe not. That's really just throwing, where is it? Where are you? Living wood is what we want. So we probably want to do some more living wood real quick. Which is easy. Well, technically we've got a bunch of living wood here, so... And basically living wood is just wood around these pure daisies. Let me grab all of this. Okay, that'll make more living wood. Let's go throw some living wood into the Elven Gateway. We'll get some dream wood. Looks like this guy ran out of mana. Maybe? Maybe that did keep him from... not sure. Well, let's throw... This guy ran out of mana. This guy shut down. How did you shut down? What is even happening here? You've got mana, you've got mana. I'm very confused on what happened here. Our guy shut down here. Pretty sure it shut down, not just a graphical thing. No, it didn't. It's just a graphical thing. So, looks like it shut down, but as you can see, I can still throw stuff in here and get stuff out. So there's all the dream wood. And now if we take these, and we throw these in there, there's an elementium. Weird graphical glitch, huh? Go in here, we're gonna make these. We need some kind of petal. We'll take these two, why not? Go like that. 1, 2. Better mana spreaders. Okay. Let's go tear down these other mana spreaders real quick. These guys. We'll take you down. We're gonna put you right alongside here, like that. Take you down. We're gonna put you right here. Get that back. And then what we can do is we can aim these where they go. You're gonna spread to you. And you're gonna spread to you as well. And that should start filling this back up. Okay, so I did a little bit of work, obviously, off camera. And I adjusted some things because I was finding that this was just not getting mana fast enough. But at the same time, like I was running out of mana in this pool quickly. But at the same time, these things were being full of mana like they are right now. They are only because I've let them run for a while and these pools are full. You notice I moved the pools from the corners up here because I wanted to get 4 of these per patch of flowers, because part of it was that these were staying full and these flowers were filling up with mana and I wasn't draining them quick enough. So I put 4 of these mana spreaders, these are the elven variety, on each side and aimed them upwards, because this one obviously couldn't shoot through this pillar to get to that one. I also changed these. Show you this real quick. I changed... Oop, try not to fall and kill myself. I changed these to be outputting a 16 stack at a time, so that enough coal was going out there per drop, so that enough mana was, or enough coal was feeding flowers. Enough of these flowers were getting in coal is what I'm trying to say, badly. Right now, though, mana's not getting here. And I don't want to use spreaders to get mana from one pool to another. I want to use the sparks. So I was reading in the book, and there's these things called spark augments, and you can basically apply an augment to a spark and they do things. So, for example, the dominant augment makes a spark pull mana from nearby non-augmented sparks pools into its own until the latter is full. The recessive makes a spark distribute all of its mana until it's empty. And then the isolated augment basically stops them from doing anything. Come over here. And so I want to make some recessive spark augments so that I can get these mana pools on top to push their mana out to other pools, like those over on that thing and then this guy here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some mana steel and we're going to get some pixie dust, and I've got runes made. I've made a bunch of runes over there already, because the rune making is just not fun to watch. So we'll come in here real quick. We're going to need mana steel. So I need 4 mana steel. Luckily I have a bunch here. I'm going to need mana pearls. So 4 mana pearls, which means we need 4 ender pearls. And then I think I can make more like this. No? Remind me how you work. Again. It's that way. Okay. So we need to come over here. I'm gonna need 3 more. Am I just shy? Really? I'm just shy. I wonder if I have any more somewhere. Because right now, this space is hot garbage when it comes to... There we go. Actually, I already have a pearl there. Okay, so perfect. And I can make another one with that. So we've got 4 pearls. We've got 4 mana steel. We've got the runes over there. So let's go over and make these augments. And they're just done in crafting, it looks like. So I just need the pixie dust. The pixie dust is what? The pixie dust is the mana pearl. That's what it is. You throw the mana... Okay, I'm just trying to remember how this works. That's why we needed the pearls. And I'm going to see how much of this mana we can... That did it. Toss it in there. And then we're going to chunk these into here and get some pixie dust out. Hopefully this is still lit. It just doesn't look like it is. There we go. 4 pixie dust. Got. We need 4 earth runes. And I've got 7. Let's go back this way. Okay, and we should be able to make recessive spark augments. So now we've got 4 of those. And whoa, I don't know how we apply these. I guess maybe we just click them on. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we click them onto these. We want them on the pools on the top, because the pools on the top are like our collection pools, right? Like all the flowers go into these guys and they go up to the pools on top. So let's say we take you and we click you onto you. Alright. And then we click you onto you. And then we click you onto you. Ow, quit it. And finally, we click you onto you. Alright, so they're filling that pool now at the cost of their own emptying. And what happens when that thing fills up? That moves fast too. Look how quickly it's moving that. That's nice. Okay, good. So it stops when that pool fills up. So that pool is full. Let's see. These guys are starting to fill up now. As you can see, what you want to look for when you're looking at seeing how efficient your system is, that I found out, is if these pools, these spreaders show full, then your mana's basically sitting at waste. Same thing with the endoflames themselves. If you're, you gotta look at it with your wand, but if your wand shows that these flowers are full of mana, then you probably don't have enough spreaders to get it out of the flowers, which is why I moved to a 4 spreader per. Like this one right here is super full, but I think it's because this pool is already full here. So let's see what happens when we get this to activate again. Because right now, when it empties out, what happens is all of this stone that was in there just gets dumped down the bottom again. And so if we take that stone and we put it like that, let's see what happens. Oh, the timing's off now. There we go. Timing's better. Alright. Right now this is staying full, which is just better than it had been. Previously this guy had just been totally emptying out. That guy's staying full. That guy's staying full. Mana's coming from up top. That's nice. I was thinking that my setup here should have been sufficient for this, but then what was happening was, I think what was going on is the mana just wasn't transferring fast enough. So let's go check out our guys on top here. Yeah, he is draining these pools. I think both of these pools should be sending enough mana in that direction. But apparently... So apparently what we need is another pool in the center that these guys can send to. Because we've got 4 other pools here. I think with 2 more pools in play, it might keep up with this. Basically, I want to see these staying full, not draining down. Because this draining down means that we're going to run out. As soon as these empty out, that guy's going to run out. So what do? I want to keep him... They only go a 25 block radius is what I think happens. So that's why these aren't feeding to that. So these need to feed to another pool in the center. Maybe. Recessive goes to non-augmented pools. So if these fed... What's the other ones? Let's see. Dominant makes a spark pull mana from nearby non-augmented pools into its own until the latter is full. So if we put a dominant spark on a pool... Yeah, I don't know. I have to think of a different way to get mana from these up forward then. That's going to be the catch. How do I do that? How do I get these guys... Because he's just not going to stay full. He's draining out. He's draining out like crazy. He's almost empty already. Which means that in time that's going to run out. Let me see what I can come up with and I'll come back. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to work long term. But what I did is I removed the recessive off of these. And then I added... Wow, I added a dominant here. So the dominant pulls from pools that are nearby. Since those are the 2 pools nearby, he'll pull mana out of those 2 pools to keep himself full, right? So to get the mana from the backside, though, I left the recessive on these 2. And so what they'll do is they'll push their mana to these pools to keep them full. So technically all the mana coming from here is getting into these pools, and it's getting drained into that guy, and then all of these guys are pushing their mana to keep those guys full as well. So all 4, like this one is almost empty. So that's going to be a weird one. I don't know. We'll see what happens once he's drained. It may just be that flower is just so hungry. We may have to come up with a different flower. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens now that this one is empty. We'll see, because what it should be doing then is all of the mana that these guys are creating are going into here. But it's all going in that direction. So as long as that is staying fed, even if these back guys are emptying out, that means that the generation of mana is fast enough to feed it. I guess we'll wait and see. I'll have to give it time and see over time what happens. If in fact this stays full. And technically, we don't have to have him on all the time. Look at all these ores that we've created. This is crazy. There's silver, there's emerald, there's diamond ore. Let's see if we can sort this. We've gotten 3 diamonds. We've gotten... I wonder if we can increase the chances of that by chance. Like if there's an augment for this. I don't know. World gen, crushing... Alright, so I guess we're just going to have to give this time and see what happens. I think the next step then is we need to automate the crushing and the cooking of that ore into usable form. Because right now, it's just ore. And we can double it, of course, with getting into create crushing. So I think that'll be the next thing we do afterwards. For now, this should work though.